and welcome back to Bunnies in the Burb, our family kitchen. I'm Taynita, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying the episodes. We've been enjoying looking at your pictures and the comments that you guys have left down below. Today's episode, we have someone very special, someone that I love listening to. I'm sure a whole bunch of you guys have. She plays all over the continent. I'm joined with Nicky B.
Good to be here and good to be cooking with you, Tay.
Thank you for being on the show. So tell me, what are we going to be making today?
Today we're making chocolate eclairs.
Okay.
You know, I decided to do something that my mom always made that was special for me. And I think she must have been channeling me because I was going to do something vegetarian, hot, spicy. But for some reason, I kept thinking chocolate eclairs.
I'm super excited to learn how to make these. Nikki is so knowledgeable when it comes to music, when it comes to the continent. So I hope that you guys enjoy this episode because I feel like we're going to learn so much from you, not just from the recipe, but from what you have to tell us.
Well, I hope so, yeah. And of course, music is my thing. But let's try and put a bit of a tune in the chocolate eclairs.
Should we put on aprons and then we can start?
Yes, please. Always an apron.
Here's an apron. So Nikki, what do we have to do first?
Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a cup of water and we're going to take 8 tablespoons of butter and melt the butter in the water on the stove.
And while we're doing that, so do they have chocolate eclairs everywhere on the continent? Where's your favorite place to be that you've eaten them in?
Well, I have to admit, I think Paris is the favorite place that I've ever eaten chocolate eclairs. But of course, Paris is the center of African music internationally, so it kind of makes sense. They are a French pastry, but I think chocolate eclairs are made all over the world. And what is nice about them, although we're kind of making standard chocolate eclairs today, one can always get creative with the fillings and the toppings depending on what. Yes, so basically we're going to add the butter into the hot water and just let it melt. And once it's melted, we'll mix it with the flour.
We've been chatting so much, I think that our butter should be done.
Oh, yes.
So then we bring that over.
Oh yeah, bring the butter.
Okay.
And we can put it in a bowl.
In here.
In here.
And it's very hot.
That's the butter and water mixture. And then we're going to add the flour and stir. Are you going? Yes, please. So I'm going to add the flour, and you're just going to just normal. Keep mixing it. Oh, there we go. And keep mixing it, and it's going to actually form like weird little bullokies. And you're going to think, gosh, is this going to actually make a nice mixture? So now we're going to add, and you just keep stirring so that each egg I put in, if you like, is going to just melt in with that.
Should I change to a whisk or?
Whatever you're comfortable with. Would you be more comfortable? I kind of find that the big spoon is good. It folds it in. And the other thing that I learned from my mom is always to keep especially with baking, to keep your food aerated. Never to grind it into the bottom, but to fold it, exactly what you're doing, yeah.
And you have to move a little bit quickly because you don't want to eggs, or?
Move a bit quickly, yeah. And I think that's one of the things, is just to, the flour's already cooled it down. If you added eggs to the hot water, it would have cooked the eggs.
And then you would have a mess.
Yes.
So our mixture is done, and we've just put it into
the cookie maker. Yes. You can also use those squeegee ones. It doesn't matter. I found this one is quite handy, the small one. And in fact, by the way, I forgot to mention, we're making mini chocolate eclairs today. Not usually the long ones, but the little ones. And then you've got a baking tray, which you can either put, like we have, the grease-proof paper, or you can, the old school would be to cover it with butter and then dust it with flour. Or you could use spray cook if you've got spray cook.
Okay.
But basically what we're going to do now is we're going to take the squeegee and we're just going to create little circles like this, because we're doing the.
Do you want a little spoon?
Yeah, thank you. And then let's do another one. These are very flat for some reason. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, so we've got all our eclairs on here.
Yes, let's put them in the oven for 30 minutes. The oven should be quite high actually, about 200 degrees is what it should be.
And just on the bottom shelf is fine.
Yes.
So Nikki, our eclairs are in the oven.
Yes.
What are we going to do next?
Okay, so now we've got to do the topping and the filling. I think let's start with the chocolate and let it melt while we beat the cream for the filling.
And this is just dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate, 200 grams. You can break it. Usually what I do with this is I put it on a pot with a bowl or another pot on top with boiling water. So you don't want to burn your chocolate underneath.
Okay.
So let's put that in that pot and put it to melt on the water. So put the heat on, just let the chocolate melt like that for a bit. It should start melting. As soon as the chocolate's almost melted, we'll add the cream. While that's going, let's take the thicker cream. If you can, you can't always find thick cream. But if you can find the thicker cream, it's always much nicer. Add a tablespoon of caster sugar. If you want it a bit sweeter, it could be 2, but I prefer 1. And a little bit of vanilla essence, just for that flavor. Now we're just going to beat it normally as cream. Obviously with the inside, you could use lemon curd, you could use cashew nut cream, you could use whatever you wanted. Custard is also nice inside, but I'm just going to go for the plain cream, your standard vanilla cream.
So the pastry or the pastry can be used for many different things.
The pastry can be used for many different things.
There's something fun about it.
Yes. But there's nothing quite like normal cream. I just love cream. So this is slightly sweetened vanilla cream.
And, okay, so we were talking about your radio show, which is on Kai FM.
Yes, it's on Sunday nights from 6 to 9 p.m. Obviously, if you're living in the Joburg area, you can always listen to the show on 95.9 FM. But you can also listen wherever you are in the world, on the web, via live streaming. It's www.kayafm.co.za. That's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. South African time. I know that people all over the world listen to the show, and it is a global journey. Each and every week we end up in different countries around the world. Of course, we explore a lot of Africa, and we always feature some amazing artists, young, old, a veteran artist, a new shining star, and the show is also just started to be podcast. So if you missed the show, you can always listen again to the show.
Okay, so our eclairs are all done, and we've got a few that we've made already, but you're going to show us how to assemble them and make them look as good
In
as
fact,
this.
I'm going to tell you how to assemble
Okay,
them.
I'm going to...
Yes. So what you do is pick one up, you just gently slice it in half. Try not to slice it all the way to the end, but if you do, it's also fine.
Like here?
Yes, that's fine. A bit more. And then you take a spoon and you put a dollop of cream in the inside.
Okay. And this
Nice, generous dollop of cream.
is a nice, generous...
Yes.
Maybe
It's
a little
nice
bit.
even when it oozes out.
And they look so appetizing.
This comes with a warning. The warning is make sure you've got a serviette next to you when you eat it. And then you take the chocolate sauce and just drip it on top. And again, you can be more generous with the sauce. Yes.
And this was just melted chocolate.
Melted chocolate with cream and a bit of sugar. It depends on how sweet the chocolate is that you're using. I've used dark chocolate here, but you can also use milk chocolate, caramel.
So whatever.
Yes, and as I said, the beauty of these, you can put strawberries and cream inside and top it with a strawberry topping if you want it. So it really depends on what you want to put inside.
All the links to find Nikki, myself, and JT Combs will be down below. We're gonna try these. And if you guys make these, please send us a picture using #Bunnies in the Verb. We would love to see how yours turn out and what inventions you put inside yours. So should we try them?
Thank you so much for having me. Let's
Thank
try
you,
one.
okay.
Cheers.
It's gonna get messy.
I think you've got, that's why I said we have to have a serviette.
Okay.
There we go.
My huge meat.
Not bad.
So good. I've got it everywhere, but
Me
it's
too.
so good. Bye guys, we'll see you guys next time.